Hey, what's up guys? Kane here with XBLA fans, and I just wanted to highlight some games from April that I think everybody should honestly at least give a look and check out. So we're going to take a look at 5 specific games that I thought were pretty awesome. I'm going to skip a couple of the super hyped games that I think everybody already knows about, which means you're not going to be seeing Yooka-Laylee, Outlast 2, or City Skylines. So we're going to go for that next tier of games, the ones that there's not as much hype around, and the ones that you might have missed out on. And honestly, all 5 of these are worth picking up in my opinion. First off, we have Aereo. Aereo released on April 10th, 2017 for $14.99. It's a rhythm game, but honestly, it's super different. And it uses kind of, that EDM music, and it very much feels like you're almost attacking the Death Star while trying to play something like Rock Band. It's kind of cool. It's got, that on rails but interesting kind of shooting mechanics. I very much like the way that they did the kind of rail that you follow for almost just following the beat and whatnot. It's just really interesting. It's one of those games you almost need to just watch and see and experience for yourself. It's just super interesting, super cool, and just very different from anything else really out there. So this is not normally my type of music. Not familiar with a lot of it, but just the whole experience was just really awesome. Next up, we got Flinthook from Tribute Games. The game is $14.99. Now, Flinthook is a fast-paced action platformer. It's probably the tightest game I've played as far as platformers go in a long time. This is one of those games that actually, for me at least, enters into that Super Meat Boy level of just tight gameplay. And one of the cool things about it is it's got, some roguelike elements, but it's also got this hook shot, this pistol, some slow-mo powers. It's a lot about traversal through the areas. You're going to explore different ships and kill enemies and, try to eventually kind of capture various space pirates. It's just really tight. I enjoyed it a lot. Late Shift is a little different than the rest of the ones on here, which is kind of cool. It's an FMV crime thriller from Wales Interactive, $12.49. It was written by the author of the 2009 Sherlock Holmes movie. It's got a very interactive and very interesting story, at least for me. There's over 180 different decision points. There's a couple points where I could see where the game was going to kind of deviate a little bit, and there's a couple other times where it was really neat to see how the game brought up a past decision point and kind of just made it feel like it made sense for the story. If you've played The Bunker, this one's actually much more fluid than The Bunker was. You're not going to notice the choppiness and the constant, cuts from the different takes. That's one of the really cool things about this one, is as I was playing it, it actually felt like it was, going the way it was supposed to, which is just a neat feeling. And it's definitely worth checking out if you enjoy these kind of story-driven games. So Little Nightmares is a little bit different, as this one is published by Bandai Namco. We've been highlighting a lot of indie games, but this one, in my opinion, definitely still qualifies. It's brought to you by Tarsier Studios. It's $19.99, and the game is a puzzle platformer horror adventure game. Think along the lines of something like Inside. In fact, our own Nathan Bowering said that he liked this substantially more than Inside, which is impressive considering that was our 2016 Game of the Year on our website. So the game, you play as a 9-year-old girl. She's trapped in the maw, and it's just kind of this environment where, things are larger than life, and it kind of adds, that horror perspective from a child. It's just a really cool design. Everything's pretty well done. The game has a couple, every once in a while, just kind of buggy moments, but as a whole, it's just very well done. So it's definitely worth checking out. Alright, so this last one is by far my favorite of the bunch, and that is the Sexy Brutale. Comes to us from Tequila Works for $19.99. Now, inside the Sexy Brutale casino mansion, its inhabitants are being murdered by the staff. and you've basically got to solve why this is happening. Everything is going on in kind of like an endless Groundhog Day style loop. You know, like as you progress through the game, time moves, and then when it hits midnight, it's going to snap back to the beginning of the day. And it's super interesting the way that this time mechanic works. And you're going to be able to go through and solve all the different murders and various things. It's honestly one of the most interesting and unique games I've played in a long time. And at the moment at least, this is by far my favorite game that was released in 2017. I give this as basically the highest recommendation I can give a game. I would say this is 100% worth your time, even though that $19.99 price tag may seem a little steep. So I would definitely suggest checking this one out. And thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I really do appreciate it. Sorry it's a little bit later than normal. I've been sick over the last couple weeks, so like my content's a little bit delayed. Next time I'll try to have May's video up like right at the end of the month. Anyways guys, please do like and subscribe. We really do appreciate it. It helps us out a lot. And let us know if you enjoyed the content. Later.